Hi there. Happy Monday. Happy December 1st. Happy first day of winter, at least meteorologically speaking. Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer here in the Storm Center for Fox 35 Weather Plus. I want to know how your Thanksgiving was. Let me know where you're watching from. Did you have a great holiday weekend? Did you spend it with family? If you're a Central Floridian, if you're local, did you stay in the Sunshine State? Did you travel somewhere much colder? If so, let us know. It's been a chilly go the last 7 days or so, especially across the upper Midwest, the Northeast. And now another storm system is on the move. That's going to be our big story as we head through our Tuesday. But for us, not going to be a huge deal. It's going to cool things down a little bit, but we are expecting at least the potential for maybe a crack of thunder or two as this cold front moves on in. But for New England, for the interior mid-Atlantic, there's going to be some accumulating snow that falls. It's really been a 1-2-3 punch sort of week. We've had multiple cross-country movers essentially that have brought accumulating snow to a good bit of the country. We'll show you that here in a moment. Also, don't mind me. I am hopping on Facebook here to make sure I'm not missing any of your comments. Just make sure I got everybody pulled up here. Let me see. Oh, I see 14 of you watching. That's great. Teresa, how are you? You mean you're going to tell me about the snowstorm coming to the Northeast area? Yeah, that snowstorm is going to be moving your way. That's for sure. I'm going to bop back over to YouTube here, see if anybody's weighing in. I see 7 of you watching. Well, thank you. Thank you for hopping on. Well, before we dig into some of the forecast and what's going on across the Southeast and the nation, question of the day time. Let us know. Have you been able to maybe get the tree up, get any decorations up outside? We were talking about this yesterday on After the Wrap. Hannah and I did get our Christmas tree in the stand. We have a real one, so we had to get it in from the garage, out of the bucket of water, into the stand, and it's drinking a lot of water. It looks pretty good. It smells like Christmas in the house. That's probably one of my favorite things. Smelling like the fresh balsam or the pine, the fir. I just love that smell. I could smell that whether it be the middle of summer or the heart of winter. But yeah, we'll pop this back up again. So let us know. As we talked about just a second ago, December 1st marks the start of meteorological winter. So what does that exactly mean? Well, obviously calendar-wise, astronomically speaking, it's not winter just yet, but as we progress through the rest of our December, it will be. But December 1st marks weather winter in the Northern Hemisphere. It's typically when our temperatures are the coldest. The next 3 months, December, January, and February, are all climatologically the coldest months that we have in the Northern Hemisphere. And for us, in the Sunshine State, it typically means more cold fronts, dips in the jet streams, and the associated weather that comes along with those. So that's a little in-depth tidbit of knowledge on meteorological winter, because you'll probably hear a lot of meteorologists, whether it be us from the storm team or maybe you're visiting and you're watching another weather team somewhere across the country, you'll hear people say, hey, it's meteorological winter, or when we get March 1st, hey, it's weather spring, it's meteorological spring. It's based on the weather conditions and not the actual date on the calendar. Now, the other big story, of course, is hurricane season coming to a close, and on average, this is what we usually see each year. 14 named storms, 7 of those becoming hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. That's not what we saw this year, which many of us were obviously extremely happy about. And we were fairly close to normal, but in terms of the named storms, we were 1 less. We hit 5 hurricanes, which is a couple less than what we normally see. But the one thing that was maybe a little more of a standout tidbit from this year's hurricane season, we had 4 major hurricanes, and of course the big one that many of us will remember this year is Hurricane Melissa and all the horrible damage that it did to Jamaica. So that's something that all of us are going to, especially that maybe have friends or family in Jamaica or are from Jamaica, will remember for the rest of their lives or the rest of your lives if you're watching. Now, one of the probably the most standout pieces of information from this year's hurricane season is that we had no hurricanes that actually hit the United States, which is amazing. We did have a tropical storm. We had Chantal hit the U.S., but no hurricanes. And this is the first time since 2015, a decade since we've had that. And again, none of us are complaining, but you may be wondering, hey, how did this happen? Well, I can tell you a little bit why. And let's see, pull this up here. Give me a second. I have it in my show. I just want to make sure I pull it up here. While I'm doing this, hey, wait on our question of the day. If you haven't yet, have you decorated for Christmas? Have you gotten the Christmas tree up yet? If so, hey, maybe throw in a picture. Let us know what it looks like. All right, let me see. I think I'm almost here. Almost there. Let's see. Tropical. All right, here we go. Okay. So this was the reason. Hi, Alice. How are you? Thanks for hopping on. Here's the big picture. And there's other factors that kind of go into this, but this is kind of what we saw a lot of this year. We saw a weaker Bermuda high, a weaker area of high pressure in the Atlantic. We saw these systems coming off the coast of West Africa, but they were coinciding with a big dip in the jet stream that was across the eastern third of the country. And it's all about timing, when these things happen. But a little bit of luck was thrown in there, sure. But as these dips in the jet stream were developing, they were interacting with the tropical waves, or in turn a hurricane or a tropical storm, and they were kind of threading the needle, so to speak, with that area of high pressure, helping to steer, as well as the jet stream, steer them away from the U.S. Imelda was kind of the outlier, where it was able to get closer enough to Florida where we saw more indirect impacts. We saw the flooding. We had the big-time surf. But that was a big reason on why things kind of happened the way that they did. All right, it is 3:09. Fox Local friends, we'll be taking a quick break. If you want to hop on YouTube or Facebook, you can certainly do so. So you don't miss the convo. You can weigh in on our question of the day. You can weigh in on anything, really, for that matter. I'll pop back up our question of the day here real fast. But we'll see you in a couple minutes. All right, yeah, I have to say, I am hopefully going to get the tree decorated, because even though it's in the stand, it is not lighted yet, and it doesn't have any ornaments on it. So I'm going to try to maybe knock that out over the next couple of days. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe. That'll be the goal, if I can. So if you haven't done that, please wait. Let me hop on YouTube, make sure I'm not missing any comments. Mike and Molly, peace, hello. You said you got yours up. All right, I love it. At Vandercom saying yours is up as well. Love to see it. Oh, this is great, Julie. Julie, you confessed that yours has been up since November 1st. Oh, that is awesome. I'm with you 1,000%. Well, granted, because ours is real, it couldn't be up on November 1st, but I would have loved to have had it up on November 1st. Sadly, we could not. Alice, you're saying decorations done since November 1st, too. Love it. And William, you said your mom did as well. Oh, that's great. I love that. All right, we'll be joining our Fox Local friends. Oh, thank you, William. I'm so glad you love the show. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Okay, well, let us get back to the forecast. Some of you may be traveling back home to wherever you're from, whether that be Florida, whether that be somewhere else in the country. But if so, we'll start locally, then we'll talk a little more about the big picture here. So here's Lake Fairview. It's gloomy. It's gray. Not the prettiest looking Monday. Not the prettiest kickoff to the work week. Welcome back, Fox Local friends. It's a little breezy. There is a front locked up on the Sunshine State right now, and it's going to start to lift back to the north as more of a warm front over the next 24 hours. So in turn, what we're going to see is more cloud cover, temperatures warming, and eventually the chance for some rain. You can see showers already across Louisiana, eastern Texas. Notice snow on the northern side of this thing, across Missouri, the Ozarks, portions of Kansas, and some of the hard-hit spots that we've already seen this past 7 days are going to get hit again with some accumulating snow. Now, as this starts to develop even more so over the next 24 hours, we are going to see snow starting to overspread portions of the mid-Atlantic and portions of the Northeast. Now, of course, for us, we're going to see the potential for some rain, the potential for maybe even a storm or two, but no crazy winter weather here. This is the nationwide picture right now. So if you are traveling and you know you have to go to maybe back to Missouri, back to Iowa, Kansas, there could be some delays. Now, the good news is, right now at least, the eastern third of the country and the western third of the nation are quiet right now. But that'll change as this system starts to move off to the east over the next 24 hours. Tonight, could have a few showers as far north as Gainesville and Ocala. I should say maybe as far south as Ocala. And northbound from there. But chances for rain really go up across central Florida and the Orlando metro more so on Tuesday. The potential with a little wind energy in the atmosphere, may see a clap of thunder. We'll have some instability as well. Temperatures in the lower 80s for the most part. But then once this front gets through, it's going to quickly erase this warmth that we've had over the last couple of days. So let's time it out here on our Fox weather model. You can see this is right now, and this is a little overdone, but some showers possible here as we progress through the remainder of the day. Overnight, drier. Then as we kick off our Tuesday, if you're getting back to work after the holiday weekend, maybe you had today off, you can see a couple of showers up across our Fox 51 locales. I know, William, you were asking about Denellen. Yeah, there is a chance for rain in Denellen. Alachua, Levy, Dixie, Gilchrist counties, the Panhandle, up closer to Jacksonville, and really up the eastern seaboard as a whole. You can see that the showers and thunderstorms until we start to get into the colder air and and we see the wintry weather. Now, by the time we get into about lunchtime, across the Fox 35 viewing area, you can see some of these hit or miss showers and potential thunderstorms. But as quick as they spark up, by the time we get to around dinner time, even the evening drive, they could be already getting out of here. This is early Wednesday morning. You can see that wind coming in from the northwest, and that's bringing in that cooler air. And the temperature is going to be much cooler, around 10 degrees cooler on Wednesday. Now, here is Tuesday, and notice this. A lot of rain up and down the East Coast until you get to about southern Pennsylvania, my old viewing area, essentially. If anyone's watching from the Susquehanna Valley, where I used to work in southern PA, south central PA, looks like a sloppy mess. Central PA, north of the capital, likely more snow. The Poconos up into New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Some interior spots could pick up close to 10 inches maybe, 8 to 10 inches maybe. So it's certainly going to be wintry, good for the ski resorts if anyone's really wanting to get out and maybe trying to do a little skiing if they're open yet. I know probably with temperatures up there, I'm sure many of them are at least getting ready to open it or are not already open. So that could be really exciting. Awakened 1447, you're saying weather has been weird. Well, it's just been active. It's been really active. We've seen these storm systems moving across the country, and it's certainly made for some unsettled weather, some wintry weather, some crazy weather across the heartland and across the upper Midwest and the plains. And then this system obviously bringing us here in Florida in the southeast some showers and some storms potentially, and then more wintry weather to the north of us. Now here's our local 7-day forecast. You can see that chance for showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms there. And then the cool down, temperatures only in the mid-50s on Thursday morning. So that's probably jacket weather out of the bus stop, I would say. And probably, honestly, I imagine that our Fox 51 locales, places like Gainesville, will probably be in the mid to upper 40s. So I would say that's definitely winter jacket weather in my personal opinion. But look at this. Temperatures quickly moderate. We're back into the 80s by Friday. Then another storm system moves in, and this one brings the potential for some showers Saturday and Sunday of this upcoming weekend. Then another big cool down Monday. Most likely drying out. May see a sprinkle early in the day. Still a little early to pinpoint the exact timing there. But rain for the weekend. Not a washout the way it's looking right now, but the potential for rain nonetheless. Then highs in the 70s Monday. So it's kind of this weather whiplash. We're seeing these big swings in temperatures, big swings in conditions. Elizabeth, you're watching from Titusville. Hello. Love it. Awaken 1447 saying you want the humidity to get out. Yeah, I feel ya. 1,000%. William, you're saying I have the cutest baby face thing. I know I shaved. I actually put a post out on Facebook. Now that it's December, I had to shave the beard. I've seen a lot of you that were weighing in on Facebook saying you liked the beard. I'm glad you liked it. It's funny, when I was shaving, I'm like, whoa, who's that kid in the mirror? Who is that? William, I'll definitely tell Noah you say hi. Alrighty, well, before we go to break on Fox Local, let me pull back up our question of the day real fast. Alright, here's the question of the day. Weigh in if you haven't done so already. Have you decorated for Christmas yet? That is the question on my mind, and I'm just going to say all of our minds, because I'm going to lump everybody in together that's watching right now. The house is decorated inside. It's going to be on the to-do list for this week. Wednesday it'll be chillier. I'm probably going to get out there Wednesday morning and try to get some of these Christmas lights up. We have some inflatables. Debating if I want to get up on the roof or not. I don't want to pull a Clark Griswold. But I think I'm going to try to get some lights up, at least around the house, either around the garage or definitely on the trees and stuff around the yard. So, excuse me, I apologize. I need to get some more coffee. Well, here's the, we'll pop back up our radar picture. If anyone's just joining in, welcome. You're watching Fox 35 Weather Plus here. Our daily weather streaming show on Fox Local, on our YouTube page, on our Facebook page, and this is what we're tracking for this week. You can see snow across places like St. Louis, Missouri right now, back to KC, back into Wichita, my old stomping grounds there. When I worked at KSN, the embassy affiliate there in Wichita, snow exiting. More snow across central Iowa, into Wisconsin, Green Bay, Sheboygan, Milwaukee, Grand Rapids, into Michigan, getting some of that snow as this area of high pressure is moving away. So this is our next storm system we're watching. And we're watching it even more so because it is going to eventually impact us here in Central Florida with that threat of rain Tuesday. Let me pull back up our local radar here. If anyone's watching locally, we can see some sprinkles now across Volusia County. Seeing some of these close to Claricona right now, Ashtatula just south of you, Montford in Lake County, and a little more rain up closer to Gainesville, Micanopy, a couple showers, heavier burst of rain actually that went through northeastern Marion County and now into Flagler County. A couple of showers there around Flagler Beach, Palm Coast. Nothing all that heavy, but don't be shocked if you get into a few raindrops here with this front locked up on top of us. Mike and Molly are saying you love the temperature, but it's so gloomy. I know. Not the way to kick off the work week after a long holiday weekend. It's not very bright outside. Ooh, excuse me. And Elizabeth, you're saying just a few decorations in the front yard, no tree up yet. Okay, Elizabeth, that's valid. Hey, we're just flip-flopped. I have the tree in the stand, but I don't have anything decorated outside yet. So, all right, welcome back, Fox Local friends. We're just tracking some showers here right now if you're just joining us across Central Florida. What I do want to pull up, though, is I want to do future cast here for the system. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to track the next. I want snow. There we go. Okay. All right. So now let me take this off. Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly here, everybody. I just want to take us through this storm system here that's going to move. Okay. So let me put the fronts on this. All right. Okay, so this is tomorrow morning. And let's actually start it right now. We'll go back. Okay, so here we go. So this is the setup that we have here on our Fox weather model. This is Futurecast. System developing now in the deep south. Rain from Houston to New Orleans, into Jackson, into Mobile. And then we start to see the rain overspreading places like Atlanta as we get into the wee hours of our Tuesdays. This is the area of low pressure, kind of a southern slider. It's not going to sit off the eastern seaboard like a classic nor'easter just because of the blocking that we don't have, the overall synoptic, or we say large-scale setup. But by tomorrow morning, maybe some wet snowflakes trying to mix in around Washington, D.C., heavy rain across Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, some of the higher terrain of the Appalachians in Virginia and West Virginia, seeing some of that rain mixing with some snow, maybe a bit of sleet, but it's quickly, with this warm air winning out, it's quickly going to change over to a raw, heavy rain across D.C., across the Baltimore metro. If you have friends or family here, if you're traveling, say back up this way, maybe from the southeast, expect some delays for sure at the airports, and that's no secret just because of the unsettled weather. You can see snow across the Ohio Valley from Indy, even snow in Louisville on our Fox weather model. Then notice this lifts to the northeast, kind of hugs the coast, and then we have snow still falling. It's a quick mover, but snow still falling at 3 4, 5 o'clock, all the way into late evening tomorrow after dinner across New England, across portions of Maine. So it's certainly going to be a nice thump of snow. Let's see. Vanderkamp, you're asking, 1977 they had snowflakes as far south as Miami. That is crazy. That's wild. I still can't believe we had snow last year. The big snow across the deep south into the panhandle of Florida. That was crazy. Elizabeth, you're saying since weather stats have been recorded, do you know if there's ever been snowflakes in central Florida? I made that graphic. Let me see if I have. Let me see if I have it in my show. That's a great question. I believe there's been like one time. I think it was when Tampa also got some. It's funny, Noah and I were just talking about this the other day. Let me see. Computer's giving me a little fit right now. All right, snow. Let me see. I just want to make sure this is the right graphic. So this is days with a trace of snow in central Florida. Elizabeth, hopefully this answers your question, maybe not fully, but this is days with a trace of snow, 21 days in central Florida. Mike and Molly, you're saying it snowed in Tampa when I was very little. 1977 sounds correct. I believe that is. Let me see, snow. I'm going to have to look that up. I think that might be when it was. I'm pretty sure it was. Let's see if I can pull this up here while I'm, okay. All right, let me pull up our forecast snowfall real fast for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Yeah, look at this. I mean, it's going to be close, but Central PA, 4 to 8, and then New England, portions of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, at least a foot of snow possible there. Let's see here. Yeah, isn't that crazy? A lot of snow. 4 to 8, 8 to 12. It's really going to be more of an interior storm. So, if you're traveling, be careful. But another round of winter weather for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Well, I think that'll do it for us. It's just about 3:30. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And we'll see you tonight at 4, 5, 6, 10, and 11. Have a great Monday.